Well, of course, we're going to discuss, but right now I think we have to put the pressure, the maximum pressure on Russia to really end this war, because it takes two to want peace. It only takes one to want war, and we see that Russia really wants war. And all those who want the killing to stop should put the maximum pressure on Russia. Thank you.
President Trump, the U.S. administration. I just want to say how appalled I am by the latest spate of Russian attacks on Ukraine. Ukraine unconditionally agreed to a ceasefire over a month ago. The heinous attacks on Kryvyi Rih and on Sumy is Russia's mocking answer. I hope that President Trump, the U.S. administration, see that the leader of Russia is mocking their goodwill, and I hope the right decisions are taken. Thank you.
Trump just yesterday renewed his offer to 10,000 missiles.
Very good.
I don't know what is learning and what is not learning, but the facts are on the ground and in the face of everyone that Russia is killing civilians, and it's killing civilians on the way to the church. It's also the Jewish Passover, beginning of the Jewish Passover, the biggest holiday of the year, the most positive holiday of the year. So it's a double whammy, and it's really Russians knew what they were doing. There is no way they can say that, oh, it was just a mistake.
Russia and Putin sends his ballistic missiles to Ukraine on Holy to Everyone Palm Sunday. And this is really barbaric and drastic, as those ballistic missiles were armed with cluster munition that is dedicated to kill the infantry, formations, vehicles, and the different equipment, and that was used against civil population in Sumy in Ukraine. This is the war crime by definition, and this is once again the humiliation to everyone who puts diplomatic efforts to stop this war and achieve at least ceasefire for negotiations to begin.
Good morning. Another devastating attack yesterday by Russia on Ukraine, targeting deliberately civilian infrastructure, and also with a severe number of civilian victims, also including children. And this is just hours after President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, was in St. Petersburg negotiating with Putin on a potential ceasefire. So I guess this just shows that Russia shows full disregard for the peace process, but also that Russia has zero regard for human life.
And I believe that the United States, which has invested a lot to achieve a ceasefire, President Trump himself has dedicated a lot of time and energy to it, can also, through sanctions that are ready, compel Vladimir Putin to sit at the negotiating table. Price of Vladimir Putin for the civilian populations and for the law of war. I remind you, at the same time, the United States has initiated a discussion this weekend with Iran. We welcome this step very favorably, but we will be vigilant with our British and German friends and partners to ensure that any negotiations that may start are indeed in line with our security interests regarding the Iranian nuclear program, which poses a significant threat to French and European territory.